what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be back in it again with our habit tracker. We're going to be making the UI a bit better, a bit more engaging, and we're going to be looking at building off the foundation from our last video. But I think probably the best bit that we're going to be doing, or the most interesting bit, is when we run this. Let's jump back into our shell, say Python, and we'll say, what did we call this? No, gaming habits. We'll run this, and we'll make it angry. When we add in our push-ups, we say we've done 12 push-ups, so make them gains. It says gains recorded, it doesn't record anything. So today we're gonna make it actually record the number of push-ups that's been done, as well as making some minor UI improvements. So the first thing we're gonna do is, everything looks a bit ugly here, squished off to the side of the screen. So let's make proper use of the screen space that we've got available to us. So we'll jump back into our code here. And it's a really easy fix. So all we're gonna do is go app.grid underscore column grid underscore column configure. We're going to say that we want to configure column 0 because if you look, we've got everything currently sitting in column 0. We're going to say weight equals 1. I'm going to save that. So when we look at this whole concept of a weight, it's really talking about a ratio of how much screen real estate it can take up. So if we had 2 columns and we gave one a weighting of 2 and we gave one a rating of 1, then one's going to take up 2/3 of the space and one's going to take up 1/3. If we had 4 and we gave 2 columns and we gave both a weight of 2, they're going to have half the screen each. So if we run this now, as long as I haven't stuffed it up somehow, we should have everything nicely aligned in the center. So bring that across and we can see, yep, everything is now all looking good in the middle of the screen. So happy days with that. So what else can we do? The next thing we're gonna do, I think, is we're gonna need a place to store how many push-ups we've actually done. So we're gonna consider that our XP, right? So we'll add a label. Jump in here. LBL XP. We're gonna say that is a Custom TKinter .ctk label. I'm going to give it into the app, and we're just going to start it off with a text value of 0. And then we're going to add it to our grid. So we'll go LBL XP grid. We're going to add it to row 1, column 0. Some padding to keep it looking all pretty. Pad X. So this is external padding. If you want to add internal padding, you put I in front of the pad. Instead of iPad X and iPad Y. Paddy equals 20. Alright, so we've got our variable, which is setting up our label, and we've inserted that with a slight typo. Let's run it and see what we've got. It's opening up, and here we have our very kind of broken looking UI. We've inserted it over the top of this text field, so that's not ideal. So why has that happened? If we jump back into our code here. We've entered it into row 1. We've already got something in row 1, so let's add it into row 3 for now. Save. We will run it again. There we go. We'll run it again. Bring that over here. Oh yeah, now we've got it in there. We can still just see gains recorded. So how do we make that 12 jump down here? We're just seeing gains recorded right now. So let's make it a bit more useful, shall we? How are we going to actually put a value in there? Jump in here. We'll get rid of our print text. We're going to grab the existing value that's currently stored in our label XP, which is going to be 0. But we need to do that so we can keep track of where we get up to. So we're going to call that variable XP. I'm going to say label XP, cget, and we're going to grab text. So that gives us what's actually printed in there. So because we've got our text here, we call text here, and we're grabbing whatever the value was set to, 0. Then we're going to say, hey, we want to add to our 0. So we're going to need our new XP. And we're going to grab that from our input. So we've got a text input called text main. So we're going to go new XP is text main.get, and that's going to pull whatever value is in there at the time that we trigger this function. So we've got that sorted. Next thing we want to do is make sure that we can add these two values together, right? So we're going to say our XP val, new variable, is going to be equal to, we'll cast our XP as an integer because currently it's a string. You can't do maths with strings. And we're going to grab another variable and we'll typecast it. So our new XP, so once again, that's going to be entered in as a string. So we're going to say, hey, both of these are actually numbers. Numbers, you hear me? And then we can do our label xp.configure, and we're going to set the text. We're going to set the text to be equal to, and we're going to use an F here so that we can use our braces here to insert a variable, and we're going to send in XP val because that is the combination of our old XP and our new XP. So when it first starts, our XP is going to be 0. So that's what we've got in there. But every time it goes through, we'll add whatever was in the text box to the original value and set that. So the next time we click the button, we're going to re-grab whatever that value is. So if we started with 0, we added 12, that value is going to be 12. And we go, hey, okay, well, what's been added this time? So it's 12. It's 12 plus 12 is going to be 24. So let's see if we've mathed good and coded good. We'll jump back in. Here we are. All right, we'll run it again. We'll jump over to here. Okay, how many push-ups have we done? We've done 12 push-ups. Make them gains and it's 12. We add another 12, we got 24. We add another 1, we got 25. So we're now actually able to capture in all its glory the number of push-ups we're doing and make some actual gains and make some progress and track our habit. Now, obviously, this is cool. There's no persistence here. It's still sort of a clunky UI, so we're going to continue to build and evolve across this. So if you want to come on that journey with us as we continue to build this out, make it better, make it even cooler, awesome. Come along on that journey. If you thought this was kind of cool, hit that like button. If you want to come along on the journey, hit the subscribe button. If you're particularly excited about it, make sure you click the bell icon so you get a notification when the next video is released. And yeah, look, if you've got any feedback, you got any questions, you want to call me mean names, I don't know, drop a comment down below. And I look forward to catching you next time. Have a good one.